Hey everybody, welcome back. And today we're going to talk about the VA IRRRL, pronounced like one of my favorite TV shows of all time. My name is Earl. VA IRRRL stand for Interest Rate Reduction Refinance Loan. You might also be hearing them called a few different things. VA Streamline refinance loan is very common. VA to VA loan. They're all the same thing. Today I want to talk about the three biggest things you need to know about them. Unfortunately, as public information, whenever we see interest rates trickle down even just a little bit, veterans get bombarded with junk mail. So today I want to talk about the three biggest things you need to know about the VA IRRRL or the VA Streamline, and also what to look out for to protect yourself from those. Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm Aaron DeHart, and again, I want to really put some emphasis on this, on how VA IRRRLs work. They're a great loan program, and they are designed to take a veteran that is currently in a VA mortgage. You have to currently have a VA loan, and it takes you down into a lower interest rate. Here's some really neat positive aspects that are really cool about the VA Streamline. You don't have to have an appraisal. There's very little to no income documentation or any type of documentation that you have to provide to the lender. Basically, the way a VA looks at it is, hey, if the veteran and their family have been making their payments no problem at all on this higher interest rate and higher payment, and it's going to save them money, increase their cash flow, and put them in a positive position, then absolutely, we're going to reinsure the loan and put that veteran and their family in a better position. So today I want to talk about the three biggest things you need to know anyways to even be eligible for the VA loan. So number one, like we just mentioned, you are currently in a VA loan. Here's the biggest thing. You have to have been in that VA loan and made at least 6 payments. So that's typically about 210 days at the minimum since you closed on your prior VA loan. The reason for that is a few years ago, not too long ago, we would see mortgage companies you never even heard of literally pop up overnight. I'm not kidding. Like they'd literally pop up overnight. You'd be like, who the heck is this? And they would sit there and just hound veterans. And basically what they were doing is they were just churning and churning these loans. Well, what we noticed and what was found out is, especially older veterans, older veterans that were being taken advantage of this loan product, we're getting refinanced like 4 or 5 every 6 months, every 12 months. So the VA finally stepped in, as did Ginnie Mae, who was the governing factor of that, and said, okay, time out. We got to make some rules and put these in place to protect our veterans. So the first one they did is, hey, you have to be in your current VA loan for at least 210 days. So it has to be at least 210 days since you closed on your prior VA loan and you've made at least 6 payments. That includes if you just refinanced before and all of a sudden it's 3 months payments and rates have gone down another quarter of a point, whatever it is, you have to wait a whole nother 210 days again. The biggest other factor is you have to be saving at least a half of a percentage point in interest rate to take advantage of it. Let's just look at an example. And again, this is just an example. Everybody's rates are different. Let's say someone just closed on a house. It's 2024 right now when we're making this video, and they closed on a VA loan 6 months ago and their interest rate was, say, 7%. They have to now be able to refinance to at least a 6.5% interest rate. They can't refinance to a 6.875. They can't do a 6.75. They got to be saving at least a half a percentage point in order for it to be considered to make sense for the veteran and their family. Number 3, the third biggest thing is you need to know before you get any of this junk mail when you start into it. There is what's called a recoupment rule, meaning that the cost of that loan, whatever the difference is, has to be able to be recouped within 36 months. If you don't meet that rule, VA will not allow the lender to do it. Again, this is all designed to protect the family and the veteran's family and prevent them from being taken advantage of. So let's recap real quick. So number one, you have to have made at least 6 months payments on your current VA loan. You have to be in a current VA loan to take advantage of the VA Streamline. So at least 210 days have passed since you have closed. Number two, you have to be able to save at least a 0.5 percentage point on your current VA loan in order to take advantage of it. Number three, any costs that are associated with that VA Streamline have to be able to be recouped within 36 months. Those are the three biggest things I want you to know. Now let's go into some other details of the VA loan. One of the biggest things I see right now with all of our clients, and as you know, about 70 to 75% of all the loans we do are VA loans. So I always tell my clients when we close, hey, you're going to start getting a bunch of junk mail. It just is what it is. If you ever get something weird, call me. Let's go over it together. Take a picture of it. Send it to me. Let's look at it. One of the biggest thing is discount points, okay? The maximum allowable amount that a veteran can pay that is included in the loan amount on a VA IRRRL is 2 discount points, okay? 1 discount point is going to be 1% of whatever the loan amount is. So if it's a $400,000 loan that you're refinancing and you're getting charged 2 discount points to go down to that lower interest rate, that's $8,000. So that's something to keep in mind. Now, can a veteran pay more than that? Absolutely. They just have to pay it out of pocket. So keep in mind that that's a cost to you. So for example, if you bought your interest rate down and it costs 3 points, only 2 of those discount points can be financed in the loan amount. That third discount point you have to pay out of pocket, meaning if it's a $400,000 loan, you have to pay $4,000. Some other big features of the VA Streamline, we don't have to get an appraisal, guys. No appraisal is required on it. VA is already insuring the loan. Very little documentation, pretty much none. A lot of times some lenders might just ask for a current pay stub just to make sure that you're employed and that there's no issues meeting the new payment, but there's very little documentation. And they do not take long at all since there's no appraisal requirement. And as long as we have the proper information in there, they can pretty much be closed, depending on how busy the market is at that time, in less than 30 days. So those are some things to think about with that. What are some of the things you want to have prepared if you are going to do a VA Streamline? You want to have your current note. That's going to be in your closing paperwork of when you did your last loan, when you signed the title in the escrow company or at the attorney's office. And it's usually about the third or fourth page in your documents. And it's going to say note on the very top in big black letters. You're going to want a copy of your note. You're going to want a copy of your most recent mortgage statement with that. And then we're also required to order a updated certificate of eligibility or COE for you. If you have a copy of that, great. If not, we can order that for you. It's not an issue. We had to do that for your previous one, and that's going to show the entitlement that's currently being used up on your current VA loan. So guys, lots of junk mail, and unfortunately, whenever we see a little bit of tickle down with interest rates like we have here in the past month, we see our veterans get hammered with that. So it's just something to be aware of. Keep an eye out on the junk mail. And as the saying goes, if something sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Hey guys, we lend in 50 states. Give us a call, send us a message. Happy to answer any questions for you. If you liked this video and found it useful, please give us a like and subscribe. Give us a comment down below so we can keep the good videos coming in front of you. And again, thank you so much for watching. Make it a great day.